Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the classical intermediate system here for you. I'm so excited for you guys to join me in this class, and without further ado, let's get started. We'll start with some standing arm circles, so drop your knees down, bring your arms up overhead, and then we'll bend at the knees again, lift the arms up, exhale down one more time, inhale, lift the arms up overhead, exhale, come down. Let's come to the front of our mat. Lift your arms up to shoulder height and stack your forearms on top of each other. Bring one foot back and slowly come down to your mat. Glide your hips forward and then hold behind your knees to slowly come down onto your back. Legs will extend forward, getting ready for your 100. So curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Lift the legs up to 45 degrees. Pump the arms up and down vigorously. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. You're doing so well. Keep bringing the shoulders off of the mat. Tuck the chin so that you are lifted in the upper body. Keep reaching the toes forward and keep breathing. You can lower the legs a little bit more to give yourself a challenge. Just make sure that you don't arch your spine. You can also bring your knees into tabletop or extend your legs up to the ceiling to protect your lower back if you experience any lower back pain. Keep going. And then come all the way down. Bring your arms up overhead, getting ready for your roll up. Inhale, tuck your chin, reach for your toes, make sure that they're flexed, and then we'll slowly come down. Let your spine come down one bone at a time, and then we'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, reach for your toes, keep your fingertips in line with your shoulders so that they don't drop, and then come back down. Inhale, lift again. Reach for the toes, pull the waist back towards your spine. Keep going, rolling down, nice, slow, and controlled. Anchor your heels into the mat. Rolling up, reaching for the toes, pulling the waist back again each time. And then coming down. Very good. Reach up again. Reach for the toes, dive the forehead forward, and then roll down. Very good. Next, bring your arms down by your sides for single leg circles. Float your leg up to the ceiling, anchor the opposite leg down into the mat. We're going to cross to the opposite shoulder, circle out to the side, and then back up to the ceiling. This is 3. Exhale and lift. 2, make sure that you're crossing all the way to the opposite shoulder while keeping your opposite hip down, pressed into the mat. We're going to do a couple more before we reverse it. Keep going. And now we reverse. For 2, 3, cross to the opposite shoulder, out again to the same shoulder, and then across to the opposite shoulder this time. Keep anchoring your spine down. Press your arms down to lengthen your neck and help to anchor the body down while the leg moves. Then we'll switch. Float the other leg up, cross to the opposite shoulder, exhale and lift. 3, cross to the opposite shoulder, lift up. Got a couple of more in this direction. Opening the hips here. And now we will reverse. 4, 5. Keep pressing your arms down. Pull your waist down to the mat. You're doing great. And now we're lowering the leg down, coming into a roll-up to transition to our next exercise. Reach for the toes. Place your hands down. You're going to scoot your seat forward towards your heels for rolling like a ball. Hands are on the ankles. You're rocking back to your shoulder blades, And then using your core abdominals to lift yourself back up, balancing so that your toes don't touch the mat. Keep going. Feel the rock in your spine, making contact with the mat. Good. Place your feet down, scoot your seat back again so that your legs are straight. I'm just going to adjust my mat so that it's nice and flat. Then from here, you roll back down again. Getting ready for our series of 5, starting with single leg stretch. Pull the knee into your chest and then exhale to switch. Make sure that the same hand as your leg is going on your ankle and the opposite hand is going on that shin that you're pulling into your chest. Shoulders are lifted off of the mat. Keep going. You pull and pull. Think about the stretch when you lengthen the leg out. You want to lengthen the legs, reach the toes out. Now for double leg stretch. Arms and legs extend out in the opposite direction, then you pull the knees in. Keep the shoulders lifted off of the mat. This is a really challenging series, so if you need to, take a break. Let your head come down and move your head side to side if you need to release any tension from your neck. This is really challenging for the core, so the more that you build the strength here, the more you'll be able to keep your head and your shoulders up. Good. Keep going. Couple more. Now from here, you're going to lengthen the legs for single straight leg stretch. Lift the upper body up, pull the leg in, and then exhale, switch. So just like single leg stretch, we're just straightening the legs here, getting even deeper in our stretch, while also keeping the core abdominals intact. You got this, keep going. And now we'll go a little faster and switch, 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 and switch. Keep breathing. Inhale 2, exhale 2. Good. Both legs extend out to the ceiling for double straight leg stretch. Lower the legs down just until you feel the shake in your core and then lift back up. Inhale down. Exhale, core pulls the knees back in. Good. Keep going. Keep the elbows wide, shoulders away from the ears to crisscross. Opposite shoulder comes to opposite knee. Exhale, switch, and switch, and switch. Keep reaching the legs out on that high diagonal. Feel the length in the leg as you switch and switch. Keep pulling the core up so the elbow meets the knee. Very good. And rest your head down. That was a tough one, but we made it through. Turn your head side to side, release any neck tension, and get a full body stretch, transitioning up into your roll up. Place your hands down. Separate your heels so that they're mat distance apart. First spine stretch forward. Lift up tall. Then tuck the chin. Reach the fingertips out. Forehead comes between the knees. Then you exhale to stack your spine back on top of each other. Again, we roll forward and then stack bone by bone to lift up tall. Again, tuck the chin. Rounding forward, pulling the waist back as we round forward, and then stacking the spine back, bone by bone, one on top of each other. Reach forward again, and lift. A few more times. Keep reaching forward, anchoring your heels down into the mat. Open leg rocker. Bring your heels together. Hands are going to hold onto your ankles, and then you extend your legs up on the high diagonal with your chest lifted. You're going to rock back onto your shoulder blades and then lift back up to balance. See, it's a little bit hard. And then you just go again. So if you lose your balance, it is totally fine. Just keep going. Bring the legs back together and then bring the legs down, rolling down to transition. Legs up to the ceiling for corkscrew. You're bringing both legs down to one side, circling around, and then up center. Again, you go to the right, down around to the left and up. Then you go to the left, down around to the right and up. Good. Make sure that you're not arching in the spine again. Press your spine down into the mat. Press your arms and your shoulders down. Lengthen the neck so that the upper body is completely flat on the mat. It is just the core moving the legs. Bring the legs down. Arms extend up overhead. And then we transition again with another roll up. Reach for the toes. Setting up for saw, ankles apart, mat distance, arms out to a T. You're twisting to one side, and then you're bringing your pinky over to your pinky toe, trying to saw that pinky toe off with your pinky finger. Again, we twist and reach. Lift up tall, twist and reach. 2, 3, lift up tall, center, and twist. 1, 2, 3, lift up tall again. Try to get deeper in the stretch each time that you bring the pinky forward. And again, twist. 1, 2, 3, lift up tall and twist. 1, 2, 3, lift up tall. Small little stretch here. You're going to plant your feet onto the ground, bring your hands behind you, and come up into a reverse bridge. Let your chest open up to the sky, let your head come back, and then you'll lower your hips down. Lengthen the legs out in front of you and roll down. Working into the back of the body, we're doing our swan. So turn around and lie on your belly. Place your hands just under your shoulders and press your feet together. From here, you're going to hover the hands off of the mat. Lift your chest, press your hands down, lift your chest higher, and then hold, lift your hands up. Lower everything down. Again, hover the hands, lift the chest, push the hands down, lift the chest more, hold, and then lower down. Pull your waist in as you lift. Lift up even higher, pull the waist in, and then lower down. Anchor your legs down as you lift the chest, push away with the hands, lift them, hold, and then lower. Coming into our double leg kicks, you're bringing your hands up by your bra line and pressing your elbows down. Legs are still together. You're going to kick your ankles into your seat 3 times for 1, 2, 3. Keep the legs down, lift the chest, pull with the thumbs interconnected, and lift the chest. Lower back down onto the other cheek and kick. 2, 3. Lengthen, reach with the thumbs, lift the chest, and then come down on the opposite cheek. Press your hips down into the mat so that they don't lift each time you kick the legs in. You're strengthening the glutes here, so you want to isolate the muscle without letting the hips lift up. Good. Lengthen everything. Reach the chest up and come down again. Kick. 2, 3. Lengthen, reach, interlocking the thumbs, reaching, pressing the legs down. We kick for 1, 2, 3. Lengthen and reach, lift the chest. And then you'll place your hands down, push back onto your hips into a quick little child's pose. Breathing. Getting ready for single leg kick. Prop yourself up on your elbows and grab one fist into the other, interlacing your hands. Pull your waist up off of the mat and kick the leg in 1 at a time. So you kick 2 and 3. Keep pulling the waist up towards your spine, shoulders down. Press your elbows and your forearms down into the mat. Keep going. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Kick, kick, and down. Good. Press back again into your child's pose. Setting up for neck pull, let's roll down onto our back. So bring the heels together, arms extended out, and then you're rolling down. Separate the heels about hip distance, bring the hands behind your head, and then come up into a crunch, reaching the forehead forward, and then lift up tall. Hinge back with a flat back as hard as you can, and then come all the way down. And then we're doing that again. So reach up and over with the forehead, lift up tall. Hinge back as far as you can, and then curl the tailbone to lie all the way down. And then we go again. Reach the forehead forward. I know this is so hard. Lift up tall from the crown of the head. Reach the crown of the head behind you. Tuck the tailbone and lie down. Again, press the heels down into the mat as you come up and over. Hinge back, flat back, and tuck the tailbone, roll down. 2 more. Lift up tall, shoulders in line with hips, hinge, and then curl to come down. 1 last time. You guys got this. This is very challenging. This works all of the powerhouse. So just keep going. Bring your arms down. We are done with that. Arms reach up and over. Roll up, slow and controlled. Reach for the toes, forehead to knees. And then we're coming to our side for our side kick series. So line the back of the body up with the line of the mat. You're propping your hand in your head, and then you're lifting your legs up to come to the edge of the mat. Now from here, you can bring your hands behind your head or brace your hand down to keep your balance. We'll kick to the front, point, kick, kick back. Keep your leg at hip height so that it doesn't lift or lower. You're really getting into the side glute and the entire glute for that matter. Let's anchor the bottom leg down so that the upper body stabilizes. You don't want to think about teetering back and front with the upper body. Everything is stable. It is just the leg moving from the core. Kick, kick back. Flex, kick, kick front. Point, kick, kick back. Good. Keep reaching the foot forward to grow 1 inch over the bottom foot. And then we'll just lift and lower the leg for 2, 3. Again, keep reaching the top foot over the bottom foot to get that length in the leg. The side glute should be burning by now. I know it is for me, but just keep going. You're almost there. Now we do our leg circles. So you bring the foot forward, back, down, and around. Brush the inner thigh as you swing it through. 4, 5, reverse. Bring the heel back, up, around, front, and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Tap that hip, release any tension. Bring the top blade in and then push the knee out so that your hip is open, lifting the lower leg up to work the inner thigh. So you just lift and lower as high as you can. 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep the leg lifted. We're going to do our circles. Try to draw the biggest circles that you can, really feeling the burn in the inner thigh. 4, and 5, reverse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good news, we are done with this side. However, we have the other side that we have to do. So let's do it. Let's get this done. Coming on to your other side, making sure that your shoulders, hips, ankles, everything is in one line at the edge of your mat. Rest your head in your hand and brace your other arm down on the mat. You have the choice to bring it behind your head for an extra challenge. I'm just going to keep my hand down. And then we just kick to the front, point, kick, kick to the back. Kick, kick front, point, kick, kick back. Good. Reach the leg down and up. Point, kick, kick back. Flex, kick, kick front, point, kick, kick back. You're doing so good. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen the head out so that you can lengthen your neck. Good. Keep pressing your hand down into the mat so that the upper body is stable. And then we lift and lower the leg, reaching the heel out and away from the bottom heel so we can grow an inch taller. For all my short girlies, you will appreciate this. I know I did when I was learning this cue. Keep going. Lifting and lowering to hip height. Now we circle down, around, and up, forward, back, around. Brush the inner thighs as you sweep the leg forward. Keeping the shoulders down, chest squared to the front. Reverse. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Rest the leg down. Now bend the top knee in. Place the foot down and begin to lift and lower the bottom leg, working into that inner thigh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 2 more. Last one. Now for leg circles, draw the biggest circles that you can. Keep opening the top knee out so that the hip is squared. And reverse. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome job. Bring the leg down on top of each other. And let's roll down. We're almost to the end, guys. Getting ready for our teaser. Bring your knees into your chest. Lift the gaze. Arms extend up, hovering over the thighs, and lift up into your teaser. Come back to the shoulder blades and then lift back up. 2, and lift. 1 more, 3. Lift up, hold, and then reach the arms out as you lower down. We'll do that again. Here's a little modified version. If you want to brace yourself on your hands, lift your legs up on the high V and then hover the hands up. Again, come back to the shoulder blades, then pull the waist back up. 2, and 3. Reach as you lower everything down. We'll do that one more time. You could do it the modified way or you can do it the traditional way. Let's go. Lengthen the legs out, hover the hands over the thighs, reach up into that teaser, come back to the shoulder blades and lift. Last one, and reach all the way down, or tap the toes if you want a little bit of a challenge. Bring your seat forward, preparing for seal. Dive the hands in front and then grab around the ankles. Click the heels, 2, 3, rock back to the shoulders, lift the hips, click, 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 and lift, click, 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 and come back, click, 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 and back in. Good, lift the hips up, suspend yourself up as you click the heels 3 times. And again, rocking back to the shoulder blades, lift the hips, and then plant the feet down, coming all the way up. Let's finish off with some breaths. Inhale, exhale down. Again, inhale, lift, and exhale down. One more time, inhale, lift, and exhale, come all the way down. Thank you so much for joining me with this intermediate classical Pilates session, and I'll see you next time.